Hello everyone, welcome back to your physics class. I hope you all are good. In the previous video you have learnt about heat and temperature. So today we will discuss about the different temperature scales that are used in thermometers. A thermometer can be set up or it can be calibrated. Calibrated means to set up something or to do the adjustments in different devices. So a thermometer can be adjusted or set up for different type of temperature scales, and that temperature scales are known to us, like if we measure our body temperature, then that we measure in Fahrenheit scale, and in labs Celsius scale is used to measure the temperature of various substances, and Kelvin scale is the standard scale. So the main temperature scales or the commonly used temperature scales are Celsius scale, Kelvin scale and Fahrenheit scale. So in this video we will study about these three types of scale in detail. So firstly, if we want to calibrate or if we want to set up a thermometer for a temperature scale or for a particular temperature scale, then we have to choose two fixed points, the upper fixed point and the lower fixed point, or we can say that one for the lowest temperature and the other for the highest temperature, that are also known as lower fixed point and upper fixed point. So firstly we will derive the lower fixed point and the upper fixed point by using the common properties of pure water. What are the common properties of pure water? First is the melting point and second is the boiling point. So commonly used temperature scale like degrees Celsius, in the degree Celsius fixed points are defined using the following properties of pure water. So melting point of ice is that where the ice starts melting, that is the 0 degree Celsius, and the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. So the lower fixed point indicates the temperature of the pure melting ice at normal atmospheric pressure, which is taken as 0 degrees Celsius, and the upper fixed point represents the temperature of the pure boiling water at normal atmospheric pressure, and its value is 100 degrees Celsius because it is the lowest temperature and it is the highest temperature. So it is the lower fixed point and it is the upper fixed point, and these are the two fixed points for the degrees Celsius scale. So once we have found two fixed points, we can calculate the number of subdivisions. What are the number of subdivisions? As we know about the thermometer, that there is a lower fixed point and the upper fixed point here, that we have calculated 0 degrees Celsius and the 100 degrees Celsius. So the number of divisions, or which are known as markings or which are also known as lines between the lower fixed point and the upper fixed points, are known as the subdivisions. So we can calculate, how we can calculate? By just subtracting the lower fixed point from the upper fixed point, we can calculate the number of subdivisions or the length of the thermometer. So firstly we will study about the Celsius scale. So in Celsius scale, lower and upper fixed point represent 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius, and the length of the thermometer between these fixed points will be 100 degrees Celsius. Why it is 100 degrees Celsius? Because 100 minus 0 degrees Celsius will be equal to 100 degrees Celsius, and if one small division is taken to mark 1 degree Celsius, if one small division represents 1 degree Celsius, then there will be 100 divisions. If we start counting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to so on, then these will end up to 100. So there will be proper 100 subdivisions in between the lower and upper fixed points. And if we want to study about the Kelvin and Fahrenheit scales, then we should have the knowledge of the relationship between the three types of scales, that is Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale. This is the relation between the three types of scale. Degree Celsius over 100 is equal to degree Fahrenheit minus 32 over 180 is equal to Kelvin minus 273 over 100. So you should learn this formula. Now we will study about Kelvin scale. So by using the above formula or this formula, we will find out the lower fixed point, the upper fixed point, the length of the temperature, the length of the thermometer, and the number of subdivisions in both the scales, in the Kelvin scale and in the Fahrenheit scale, in terms of the Celsius scale, because Celsius scale is set up for the standard things the standard melting point and the boiling point of water at the normal atmospheric pressure. So first we will see the relationship between Celsius and Kelvin scale. Here you can see that these three are equal to each other, so any two of these can be equated. C over 100 will be written as Kelvin minus 273 over 100. These two will cancel out, and C will be equal to degrees Celsius will be equal to Kelvin minus 273, or we can write as Kelvin is equal to Celsius degrees Celsius plus 273. So this is the relation between the two types of scale. Now we will see that 0 degrees Celsius is equal to how many kelvins. So 0 degrees Celsius is equivalent to Kelvin is equal to 0. We will put the value of degrees Celsius over here, that is 0 plus 273, it is equal to 273 Kelvin. And 100 degrees Celsius is equivalent to 373 Kelvin. How? We will put the value of degrees Celsius, that is 100 plus 273, that will be equal to 373 Kelvin. So we have calculated, or we have found the upper and lower fixed point for the Kelvin scale. 270, that is lower fixed point is 273 Kelvin and the upper fixed point is 373 Kelvin. Now we will find the length between the two fixed points, that is equal to 373 minus 273 Kelvin, it is equal to 100 Kelvin. And if each division is representing 1 Kelvin, like in this degree Celsius scale, so we are starting from 273 Kelvin and it will end at 373 Kelvin. And if each division is representing 1 Kelvin, then there will be 100 divisions in between the lower and upper fixed point. The length of the thermometer will be same as that of the number of divisions. So in both the degrees Celsius and Kelvin, the number of divisions, subdivisions are equal, that is equal to 100 Kelvin. Now we will study about the third type of scale, that is Fahrenheit scale. So in Fahrenheit scale, the relation between, we have to see the relationship between the Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. C over 100 or degree Celsius over 100 is equal to degree Fahrenheit minus 32 over 180. So we will calculate, or we will find the proper relation. We can write degree Celsius is equal to 100 multiplied by F minus 32 divided by 180. So these two zeros will cancel out. 5 2s are 10 and 9 2s are 18. So it will be equal to 5 over 9 multiplied by F minus 32. So degree Celsius will be equal to 5 by 9 multiplied by F minus 32. And if you want to convert it into, write it into in terms of degree Celsius, then that will be 9 will be multiplied by degree Celsius and 5 will be divided to that side. So it will be equal to plus 32. So this is the relationship between degree Fahrenheit and degree Celsius. These are the two relations. We can convert one into another by simply transposing the numbers on the other side of the equality. Here we will calculate the equivalency of 0 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So 0 degrees Celsius is equal to 32 degree Fahrenheit, because we will put the value of degrees Celsius in this relation, that will be equal to 9 by 5 multiplied by 0, it will be equal to 32 degree Fahrenheit. And 100 degrees Celsius is equivalent to this is Fahrenheit, 9 by 5 multiplied by 100 plus 32, it will be equal to 212 degree Fahrenheit. So here the lower fixed point is 32 degree and the upper fixed point is 212 degree Fahrenheit. Next is, we will find the length between the two fixed points. The length between two fixed points is 180 degree Fahrenheit, and each small line is marked as 1 degree Fahrenheit. Then there will be 180 subdivisions, that will be equal to the length of the thermometer. So here you can see the different thermometers, the different temperature scales: Fahrenheit scale, Celsius scale, Kelvin scale. In this, lower fixed point is 32 degrees Fahrenheit and upper fixed point is 212 degree. So the difference is 180 and there will be 180 divisions. The small lines or markings are not shown here. And this is the room temperature, and this we can term as the freezing point of water, which corresponds to 0 degrees Celsius in the Celsius scale, and similarly this corresponds to boiling point of water similar to 100 degree in the Celsius scale. And if we talk about the room temperature in this is 20 degrees Celsius, and in this Kelvin scale is that is 293 Kelvin, and freezing point of water in this scale is 273 Kelvin, and this in this scale is boiling point is 373 Kelvin. So whether there are different temperature readings on the three types of temperature scales, but the temperature of substance remains the same. For example, the ice will melt at 0 degrees Celsius. The ice will melt at these particular temperatures, but the difference is only that the readings are different on the different temperature scales. Similarly, the water will boil at these temperatures, 100 degrees Celsius, 212 degrees Celsius, or Fahrenheit and 373 Kelvin. Means temperature is same, but the temperature readings are different on different scales. Next we will do some numericals. In a thermometer, first is in a thermometer, if the difference between temperatures marked by two long lines is 5 degrees Celsius, then and there are 5 small lines in between them, how much temperature does each subdivision read? The meaning of this statement is that if the difference between two long lines is 5 degrees Celsius and there are 5 subdivisions, then we have to find out the reading of one division or reading of the each division. So obviously it will be equal to 1 degree Celsius, because if we start from 0, then it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will end up to 5. So each division will represent 1 degree Celsius, and we can calculate by this that temperature indicated by each subdivision will be equal to temperature indicated by two successive long lines divided by number of subdivisions. Next is to convert 90 degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. Then we can use the formula for conversion, and it is degree Celsius is equal to 5 by 9 multiplied by F minus 32. Why we have used this one? Because we have to convert degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. So we will put the value of degree Fahrenheit, that is 90, and it will be here it is multiplication, so it is 5 by 9 58. The 90 minus 32 is equal to 58, and after solving this we will get this value. Next is, at what temperature is the reading on the Fahrenheit scale is 5 times the reading on the Celsius scale. So we have to find out that temperature on which the reading on the Fahrenheit scale is 5 times the reading on the Celsius scale. So we use a formula, or we use this relation. So firstly we will assume that temperature in degrees Celsius, and on Fahrenheit it is given that it is 5 times that of the degree Celsius. So in degree Celsius we have assumed it x degree Celsius, and on Fahrenheit it will be 5 times x degree Fahrenheit. So we will put these values of degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit in this, and it will be x over 5, and it is 5x minus 32 over 9. So after solving this equation we will get the value of that temperature, and the temperature in Fahrenheit scale will be equal to 5 times multiplied by this temperature, so it will be equal to 50 degree Fahrenheit. Next is info hub. Here it is written that there are lots of blood vessels in our tongue and underside the tongue. So we doctors use to measure the temperature of the bodies of the persons or of human beings by putting the thermometers below the tongue, because it will give the accurate temperature of the internal body, because it is one of the few places that exhibit the accurate temperature of the internal body. So that's why the temperature of a human being is measured by putting the thermometer below the tongue. Next, there are different temperature scales comparisons. In Celsius scale, boiling point of water is 100 degree, and in freezing point is 0 degree. In boiling in Fahrenheit it is 212, and in Kelvin it is 373, as I have already explained to you. Now there is quick check. What is the term used to measure the degree of hotness and coldness of an object? That is temperature. That is temperature. Next is, what is the SI unit of temperature? That is Kelvin. What is the boiling point of water in degrees Celsius? 100 degrees Celsius. Here it is written. And what is the lowest record point in a Kelvin scale? Lowest recording point in Kelvin scale is 273. Next, what is used to measure temperatures? It is thermometer. Thermometer is used to measure temperature of the different bodies. Next is how we can see the expansion and contraction with the functioning, or we can, there is an activity that to understand how expansion and contraction helps the functioning of a thermometer. So how we can see this? Firstly, we can understand the expansion and contraction by making a virtual thermometer by using these materials: an empty glass bottle, modeling clay, marker, dropper, hot water, cold water, normal water, food color, white index card. It is just the simple card on which the markings are made, and a few drops of vegetable oil. So firstly, what we will do, we will fill the glass bottle up to the bottom of its neck with normal water, and after that we will add some drops of food coloring to the water in the bottle. Then we will put a straw here, this pipe, and after that we will pack clay around the straw and the bottle neck, and we will make it tight as it is possible. So next we will attach the white index card to the top of the straw. After that we will add the few color drops to the solution into the top of the straw, and we should make use of the dropper to add the vegetable oil into the straw, and we will add only the one drop of the vegetable oil into the straw. Now we will mark the initial level of the water column. From this, by seeing the level on the index card, we will mark the initial level of water column. After that, this bottle setup we will put in the cold water. So what happens to the water inside this straw? As we know that on cooling the water will get contract, so the water inside the straw will get contract, and if we put the whole system or the thermometer that we have made, and what happen in that thermometer, if when we will put this setup in the hot water, we will see that the liquid in the thermometer will expand. So from this activity we can understand the expansion and contraction of the liquids and the functioning of the thermometer in terms of expansion and contraction. Thank you.